What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are live from, well, I mean, not live, it's pre recorded, so from my apartment in live from Texas, the hottest place on the planet. Well, I can't even say it's the hottest place on the planet because I think Arizona's got us beat. So we're just nasty and humid, so we're suffering in our own little way. So yesterday, it's funny because we were only 3 days into this. It feels like we've been doing it for longer. Oh God, but I guess that's just the way things go. So yesterday, Monday didn't quite do as well as I'd hoped. Monday. Kind of reality kicked me right between the legs, and the lack of my being in shape kind of let me know where I was at. And so I only got zero point 0.4 of a mile on Monday, I think it was. Sorry, I'm trying to get my workout pulled up on my phone so I can read what I got yesterday. I vaguely remember it, but I'm trying to there. What the hell? Like, I can literally see it there it is. Okay. Perfect. So, Monday, we walked zero point 0.4 of a mile. We walked it in 12 minutes, 26 seconds, and it was at roughly a 31 minute and 10-second mile, which is insanely long. Yesterday, I walked 0.49 of a mile, so an extra tenth of a mile almost, or 0.09. So almost got to the half mile mark. I did it in 12 minutes and 22 seconds, and I did it at a 25.16 pace. So we did it faster. We did 10% more in the same time, and it was at a quicker pace. So it was kind of nice. Yesterday wasn't too hot. I think it was only 84, but it feels like 94 with the 54% humidity. Today I haven't been outside. I mean, I haven't walked yet. I've been outside to take the dog out, and it's been really, really nice. It's like in the late 70s, early mid, like 85-ish, on the top end, like when you're out in the sun. So a lot of you guys have been mentioning that it's hot outside, and it is. Especially when August hits, we may look at some alternatives because when it's 95, 100 degrees outside, that's just too much. I mean, it can kill you. Well, not you, me. So one of the nice things here is I walk around 4 to 5 o'clock, depending on how work's going. And usually the sun is below the apartments that are on the far right side of my plex. So if I walk next to them, it's shade. And then when I come around the other side of the plex, and I'll probably post some pictures later, just so you guys can see, but my complex is really it's the only complex in the city that has a decent grass and tree ratio to the cement zoo for the rest of it. So it's really nice that it doesn't just look like a cement box with a bunch of people in it. You have a lot, and I mean a lot, of greenery. They've got like 2 big parks, and then on the south side of it there is quite a bit of land that, I mean, I'd say a couple acres. Don't really know what an acre is, but there's a lot of land. So anyways, when I walk over there, it's completely shaded, so it's not too bad. But it definitely is still hot. And the funny thing was, I was in a much better mood yesterday because the video did a lot better than I expected. I mean, honestly, it's YouTube. I kind of was preparing myself for, at least a couple haters. And believe it or not, we've gone 2 videos with really nobody saying anything mean or evil or, just nothing. So it's been nothing but good, positive support, which kind of blew me away, and that kind of pumped me up. So yesterday I walked out of here like I was a quick walking Karen on our way to Starbucks. So it was nice, and I did pretty good. Came back, and by the time I got back, I was sweaty. So chased the wife around. Well, I didn't really chase. I kind of hobbled around the apartment trying to catch the wife, who easily dodged me, but it is what it is. So we did talk about bikes yesterday, and some of you guys brought up some good points. I kind of wanted to address those points, and then I've done a little bit more research, and I think I may have found a better option. So one of you guys pointed out that your dad was a heavy guy and tried to do bikes, and that the problem was he couldn't ride it for very long, and that the seat was uncomfortable. And that basically if you ride it a mile, what if you're a mile away from your apartment complex and now you can't ride anymore, and you can't really walk anyway? What are you going to do? So the answer first off to that is, for a while I'm just going to be riding inside my apartment complex. I'm walking inside my apartment complex. I'm never more than 50 feet. Well, I'm never more than 100 yards from my house. So, if I need to, I can sit down, I can wait, I can recover, and then I can limp home. Especially with the bike, you can kind of lean on the bike a little bit to support you if you absolutely need to. And I'm not in that out of shape. Worst case scenario, if I'm tired, I sit down for a couple minutes, and then I can get up and I can walk a little bit more. So, won't have a problem with that. The cost, though, I definitely agree. I think it's a little insane. And not only that, especially when you first get back into fitness, you're thinking, oh, let's do this, and you try to kind of rationalize different things, and that's why a lot of people end up buying exercise equipment that they never use. I have a rowing machine in my garage that I've used 4 times, and I bought it back in 2000. It's a Concept 1 bike, I think. Or not bike, rowing machine, Concept something. I think I paid like $1,200 for it. And I bought it when I was either first starting YouTube, like 2012. It was when I was in my old house. So kind of crazy. It's a great rowing machine, but the problem with a rowing machine is you have to be able to maintain a certain stance with your body, and if you can't, it doesn't work really well. And unlike a lot of fat people, I pretty much hold my weight like a pregnant person. Pregnant with sextuplets, or maybe twin sextuplets. That's 12 babies at once. So when it's all right here, your knees can't come up and you can't get into the right position, which means your back and your legs don't engage correctly, and all you do is throw your back out and then fall off the machine. And that's assuming, of course, you can even get into the machine. So it was a terrible idea. It was good on paper, but those things, rowing machines, are the devil. Eventually I would love to do that again, and I probably will, because it's a hell of a workout, but it's evil. It's definitely not something you want to just jump into as an obese person. Now, if you're 250 pounds, rock and roll, man, that'll burn it off. Yeah, you'll have no problems getting a good workout on that thing. So let me show you something I found. This is actually, hang on, I got some other stuff open. Let me drag this across, make sure. Sorry. There we go, there's that. And then this. Okay. Whoops, don't want to show you that. There we go. All right. So this is, pay no attention to my garbage food list over here. So this is the Dolomite, or the Mongoose Dolomite Men's Fat Tire bike. It comes in red and blue. I like the red, like the tires on the red look pretty badass, but I like blue, so probably go blue. 7-speed. It is literally, because the other bike was $2,700. This one's $449, which is a drastically different price. These tires are huge. I've actually seen them before, and these bikes are rated up, supposedly, up to 500 pounds. So definitely looks like it might be a cheaper way to get into it and take a look. And then a couple of you guys were like pointing out that these seats are not exactly comfortable for fat people. And that is true. Once your ass becomes a certain size, they're no longer seats, they're suppositories, which is not fun at all. So I saw this, and that's a big boy right there. That's big enough at least for one of my ass cheeks. So I think this might work. Plus, it's relatively cheap. It's also well rated, as is the other bike. So I think the two of these combined be right around $500, and that'd be a little bit easier of an entry for me. I need to look at and make sure that this will fit it, because I'm not sure what the connector is. And they don't really show. I really wish they'd show the other side of this thing. So I need to look around and make sure that this connector will work with it. But if it does, we'll pop that other bike off, or that other thing off, and put that on there. But still gonna have to save for a couple months to get this thing. But I think this is a better idea. And the reviews on it, let's see. Yeah, right here. Pretty much everybody said it can handle mucho gusto El Gordo people like myself. So yeah, bike is rated up to 500 pounds. So, and a lot of folks that are way up there have used it. Obviously they recommend getting a different seat. So kind of thinking about doing this because number one, it's a hell of a lot cheaper. And if I were to walk away from something like this, then I wouldn't feel as bad. Number two, it's Amazon, which is something I can very easily return, which isn't bad at all. And I can just I can even do a payment plan with them if I want. Either way, it's a nice setup. So I'm strongly considering this. So if any of you guys have any thoughts about, I think I've covered the issues that you guys were talking about, stuff like, the distance, the uncomfortableness, and the capabilities. So the thing for me is I don't like walking. I have shin splints. I have a really bad, and that was when I was in high school. And I know if I walk for any period of time, the shin splints are going to come back, and that's excruciating. I definitely can go swimming, but then I have to physically go to the pool. I have a pool 50 feet from my house or from my door in the apartment complex, but it's not the same thing. Running laps in the apartment pool with 500 people in there is a little different than running laps at the aquatic center where, it's just you in the lap. So the other issue with swimming and things like that is it's a harder metric. So, the whole point of this 21 days thing was one, to have metrics that I can use to be accountable. And I'm not quite sure how to do that with, it's like, oh, I did 45 laps today. Well, how big is your pool? Well, it's not an Olympic sized pool. So, the pool's 40 feet across or 35 feet across or whatever it is. And then, I got to do math, and y'all know how hard it is with me in math. One of the things I am considering doing is changing out a couple days of the walking with doing the weights up there with my brother, because they have a full circuit, and he wants me to get in like the circuit is what I call the little boy gym. That's where you do the machine to do this, the machine to do that, the machine to do this. It's all machines, and JJ wants to put me on the deadlift and the bench press and all that shit. So I might do that, because I know it's not quite what I was thinking of with the 21-day thing, but I think that's a metric that's definitely trackable. It's like, all right, well, we did this is what we lifted, et cetera, et cetera. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about this bike as opposed to the other one. I think this one's a little bit more sane, and then I can use this as kind of a training wheel and a stepping stone. Plus, if I'm going to spend $2,700 on a bike, I probably ought to be spending it on one of those really badass e-bikes that's light and all that stuff once I'm down there. That's a much bigger investment. To give you guys an idea, $2,700 is more than I think we just spent on Kat's computer, minus the video card, because you can't find those anywhere. But I think it's a little bit better idea. So I don't know, maybe I'm being crazy. Maybe I should just shut up and walk and do all that stuff and not do it. But I'm trying to find something that I won't hate, so to speak, and something that I'll enjoy. And this seems like a better option for me. So but I don't know, I could be wrong. I just realized they're out of stock in the blue version, which makes me Very sad. What's cool though is I could actually get it on Monday if I bought it now. Tempting. Oh well, at least it's not $3,000. Anyways, so today, my knee is acting up a little bit. Not feeling all that well. Just what do you call it? Stomach wise, I think I had a mild case of food poisoning last night, but I'm still going to try and get out there and do what I can do. I'm expecting today will be probably less than what I did yesterday, but more than I did on Monday. I'm also going to change up my path. I've been walking around one way on the Plex. I'm going to walk a different way and see if that kind of changes things up a little bit. We'll see how I feel with all of that. I think that's it. Tomorrow, I think we're going to talk about diet a little bit, cravings, things like that. Kind of change gears a bit. But yeah, that looks like a good stop spot for today. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Making progress slowly but steady. It's a different day, but we're still here, still doing it, and one day closer to getting the rest of my life back. So, and hopefully those of you following along are doing the same. So good luck everybody walking along with me. Stick to it. We're on day 3. We can keep doing this. We got it. We're not going to let it stop us, and we're going to get there. If you want to help out the channel, feel free to step on the like button, give it a good squish, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Appreciate it. Plus, let's see if the algorithm know I'm worth watching. Wish me luck. I wish you luck, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.